Jody Creatives, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be making this double braided gele cap you're seeing right here on your screen with a zigzag band. So if this is something you know you love to learn, then you need to keep watching. And to my new subscribers, thanks for subscribing to this beautiful channel, and you're welcome to the family. And to my old subscribers, thanks to always coming back here to watch my video. So let's get right into the class. Welcome back to class. So today we are going to be making that gele, that double braided gele cap you just saw on your screen, and these are the materials we need. You need your tape rule, you need your chalk, you need your fabric, you need your pins, and you need your machine. So the fabric I'm using here now is a stretching fabric, and it's called shimmer fabric. You can use your raw silk fabric, you can use your velvet fabric, you can use your doll face, you can use scuba, you can use Ankara. Yes, you can also use an Ankara fabric to make this. So let's get right into the measurement. So the first measurement we have here is the cap. The first piece we have here is the cap. So this cap, the cap here is measuring 14 inches on fold. It's measuring 13 inches on fold. 13 inches on fold. So when you open it up, it will give you 26 inches. So give you 26 inches. You can use 13 inches on fold, or you open it up and measure 26 inches. And the length is also 14 inches. The length of the cap is also 14 inches. Then you just go ahead and give it that curve at the back of the cap. You just curve it out. So when you're done curving it, we set that aside. Then the next piece we have here is the zigzag. That's the band. Is the band. That's the band at the front of the cap. That's the zigzag part. So we have 4 pieces. We cut out 4 pieces, and the 4 pieces measure 3 inches by 16 inches. 3 inches by 16 inches or 3 inches by 15 inches is fine. And we cut out 4 pieces. 4 pieces. The 4 of them are the same measurement, 3 inches by 15 or 16 inches. So that is what we are going to use for the band. So the cap is ready, and we set that aside. So the next piece we have here is the handle for the cap. The handle for the cap. And we have just 9 inches by 2.5. 9 inches by 2.5. 9 inches by 2.5. And we cut out 2 pieces. You fold it into 2, and you just give it a good slant at the one end. You give it a good slant. So you can leave it without slanting it. That slanting is optional. It's not compulsory. So we'll set that aside. And the next piece we have is for the braided parts. So it's double braid. We have the 3 braid and the 2 braid. So the measurement for this braid is measuring 8 inches. 8 inches by 35 inches or 36 inches. That's if you're I use 1 yard of fabric for this cap. I just use just 1 yard. So I use by the length, and the length is 35. Your own length can be 36. Then 6 also is good. So I cut out 5 pieces, 3 for braid and another 2 for another braid. So you see how we are going to do that later in the video. So I cut out 5 pieces. 5 pieces. That's 8 by 35 or 36. 8 inches by 35 or 36 inches. So that is for the braided parts. That's for the braided parts. So the next thing we are going to do now is to take the 4 pieces for the band. You just take it and you fold it into 2, just the way you're seeing on the video. You fold it into 2. You pin down so that by the time you finish sewing, it will align. So you pin it down. When you're done pinning, you just take it to your sewing machine and you just stitch it all the way down like that. Just stitch it tinily. You stitch the 4 pieces. You stitch them separate. Just fold them into 2 and stitch it down just like that. Okay, so when you're done with that, the next thing is the foam. Yes, the foam we are going to insert into the piece we cut, those 5 pieces. So the measurement for the foam is 6 inches by 35 inches. 6 inches by 35 inches. You can do 6 inches by 33 because I later trim out some excess from it. So if you don't want to waste your foam, you can do your 6 inches by 33. So the width of the foam is 3/4. It's not up to 1 inch foam, and it's more than ½ inches. So it's 3/4, 0.75. That's the width of the foam. That's the thickness of the foam. So and I went ahead to cut out 5 pieces. I cut out 5 pieces also. You know, the fabric we cut out is 5 pieces. So the foam too also has to be 5 pieces. So when you're done with that, you set that aside. Then you go ahead to fold your fabric into 2. That's the pieces, the 5 pieces for the braid. You fold it into 2. You sew it all the way down and bring it out. You sew all the 5 you sew them all the way down, you bring them out. When you're done bringing them out, you insert your foam inside. You fold your foam into two and insert it inside. You fold the foam into two and insert it inside. So I'll go. So I'm done sewing my piece right here. As you can see, I finished sewing the piece, the band. So just watch carefully in the video and see the way I'm placing the zigzag. So you first pick the first two, you place them on each other as if you are making V. It's just like a double V. We are making a double V. Yeah. So you just place it on each other like this. You pin it down. See the way I placed it? Okay, so you pick the second one and you place it on the one on top. You place it on the one on top. You can see the way I'm doing it. You place it on the one on top. You make sure you go inside a little. Yes, you shift it inside a little. You have the one down should be at least should come out by ½ inches more than the one up. I don't know if I'm making sense. The one at the down should come out a little more than the one on top. So you just pin it down. When you're done pinning, you just take it to your sewing machine and stitch it down just like that. Then you place the other one too on the other side and you repeat the same thing. You just stitch it all the way down. That is it for the zigzag headband. So when you are done sewing, you just trim off the excess at the down. You just trim it off. If you have watched this video to this point, please hit the subscribe button and join the family. Click on the notification bell so that when I drop a new video, you'll be the first to see it. Now when you are done sewing, you get the midpoint of your cap, you place it to the midpoint of your band, then you just stitch it all the way down just like this. And you can also drop a comment. Your opinion matters to us a lot, so drop your opinion. If you have any question, drop it. We'll definitely answer you. So you just take it to your sewing machine and sew that. I've gone ahead to sew my piece and insert my foam inside. You just fold your foam into two and insert it. That's all. That is all. There's nothing serious about this. Just insert your foam and that's it into all the 5 pieces. So this is mine. Now if my measurement is too big, please reduce yours. If mine is too big, reduce yours. Reduce yours. You can make use of, since I make use of 8 inches, you can make use of 6 inches. If this is too big, then the foam you can reduce it to 3 or 4 inches. You can reduce it to 4 inches. You understand? So reduce your measurements. You don't have to do exactly what I did. If you don't have enough fabric or you don't have enough foam, just reduce the measurement and you still have the same result, just smaller. Okay, so just take it to your sewing machine, join 3 together and join 2 together. You join 3 together, you join 2 together separately. Then you sew your cap and fix your handle on your cap. So you can see my cap is ready, and I've also gone ahead to fix my handle. I'm going ahead to also fix my handle. So you fold your cap into 2, you take it to the sewing machine and you stitch it all the way down just like that. You should know how to sew your turban cap by now. So that's just it. So the next is the braids, where I've gone ahead to join them. I join 2 together and I join 3 together. So we are going to first braid the first one. The first one is braid, the second one is twisted braid. So we are going to first braid this one. So just watch the way I'm braiding it. You just braid it and you make it tight. You make it tight, don't make it loose, you make it tight. Okay, so you just keep braiding. When you're done braiding, you tack it so that it will not lose back. You tack it down in the other edge, since you already sew one side. So the other side, you use your needle and thread to tack it down. So you just tack it down. Just tack down and you keep tacking until you're sure that it will not lose back. Yeah, then you secure your thread, you secure it tightly. Okay, so we are done with this. This is how it looks. Then you just stretch it out. Okay, so that's one. Then you take the other twisted braid, you also twist that one. You twist it tightly also. Twist it tightly. If you don't have foam, you can also use fiber to fill your piece. If you don't have foam, you can use fiber. Fiber will be okay too. You can use fiber. It does not have to be foam. So when you're done twisting, you just tack to secure your twists so that it does not loosen up. We have a class coming up, a butter hat class. So if you know you love to join the class, you can send me a DM. It's not free. Yes, you can send me a DM. The class is on Telegram. How to make a butter hat. So when you're done with the twist, you just put it on it just like this. You put it on it and you tack them together. You tack them together so that they can become one. Yeah, you tack them together. Just watch what I'm doing in the video. So you just go ahead like that and tack. I'll go off the camera to tack it down and come back to show you how it looks. Okay, so here we are, we're done tacking. So this is what it looks like when you're done with your tacking. So the next thing we're going to do now is to fix an handle to it. If you want to tack it directly to the cap, you can tack it directly to the cap, but I don't want to tack it to the cap, so I'm going to be fixing handle to it so that it can be used separately. You can use the cap separately and you can use the band also separately. So this is what I mean when I said I cut out some excess from it. So if you don't want to waste your foam, you can just reduce your measurements of the foam. It should not be the same measurement with the pieces. It should not be the same measurement. It should be like 2 inches shorter. It should be 2 inches shorter, yes, than the fabric measurements. Okay, so the next thing is to run your gather stitch on your cap, the normal way we run gather stitch. So just run your gather stitch on the cap and you tack it firmly. So we are done with the cap. So this is what it looks like. You can wear it alone even without the headband. So this is the piece for the handle for the braid. So it measures 8 inches by 4 inches. 8 inches by 4 inches. So I took it to my sewing machine and I sew it, I stitch it all the way down. So I used just 1 yard for this project and I just managed the remaining pieces for this handle. So if you have more than 1 yard, you can make your handle up to 10 inches instead of 8 inches that I use. And make it up to 10 inches, but the width, which is 4 inches, is okay. It's okay. And make sure it's that width part that is stretchy. The length should not be stretchy. Any handle you are cutting, the length should not be stretchy. The width should be stretchy, the length should not be stretchy. Okay, so you just fix it to your cap and you tack down. You fix it to your cap and you tack it down. So you just tack, 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 tack it all the way around. And make sure you're tacking it firmly so that when you're tying it, it will not loosen up. It's very strong, so you just need a lot of patience to tack this handle. Before you start tacking, make sure you fold the rough edges inside. You fold the rough edges, you fold it in before you start tacking. So you keep tacking. Just watch what we are doing in the video. So when you're done, you just secure your thread. So the other side, I'll take it off the camera and tack and fix it and bring it back for you to see. So I'm done, and here is the cap. So we are almost done. So you just place it on the cap and you tie it. Mine is very big. You can reduce your measurements if you don't want it as big as this. This is exactly what I want. So if you don't want it as big as this, just reduce your measurements. That's all. That's all. So this is our cap. We're done and it's ready. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Yeah, bye for now.